Hi Aries, welcome back to Omkaratarot and to your love bite. Aries, let's see what are the messages here for you now. And a warm welcome back to all my subscribers and welcome in newcomers. Aries Spirit, what does Aries need to know now? Aries. Ah, Queen of Wands. Okay, Aries, the first line is for the first person, second line is for the second person. For the first person, I have the Queen of Wands, Two of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The second person has the Seven of Cups in reverse, Nine of Wands in reverse, and the Six of Wands in reverse. Mutual energies, Death, Ten of Swords in reverse, and the Eight of Wands. Bottom of my deck, Justice. So somebody's taking back their power, they're taking back their strength and saying, you know what, I don't want to be in a connection where I never know where I stand. It's always up in the air. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. I'm not interested in investing any more into a connection which seems unstable. I'm picking my own self up and I'm banking on myself basically. The other person, well, they somehow, I think they chose wrong. Maybe they know that the other person is giving up on them. They've done something which is making them feel very embarrassed and very ashamed of some action that they took. So what's going to happen and what your mutual energies are, of course I'm going to clarify all these cards and this as well. But first, let's start with some dialogue message cards. Let's see if you guys could say something to each other, what that would be, and then I'll clarify the rest. Aries and their person, Spirit. Aries and their person, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Aries and their person. Let's take a few more from another deck, Aries. Aries and their person, Spirit, if they could say something to each other now, what would that be? Just a few more from a third deck as well, and then we'll start the reading. Aries and their person, Spirit. Right, good to go. Let's start the reading. And Aries, if any of you are looking for personal readings, my email is omkaratarot@gmail.com. You can reach me there. It's there in the description box below as well. So the first card here says, I hurt myself when I chose to keep the peace, to enjoy time with you. I should have told you the truth about what was bothering me. Keeping it all inside has been eating away at me. The endless depth of love that I have for you is a blessing. Sometimes this love feels more like a curse because I'm so focused on you, but I don't see anything from you in return. It's so frustrating the way you compare me to others. I'm not like anyone else. My success is not measured by my status or material items. I'm unique, authentic, and proud of who I am. Why don't you just see me, my heart, and my soul? It wasn't you, it was me. I'm to be blamed. I accept fault for this. I struggle with love and expressing it. It just does not come easy for me. I missed out on something so good. The next person you allow into your life is lucky. Shame on me. I put others before you. Soon after, I realized they were of no value to me. I'm sending you songs. I want to look better first. I'm afraid to say the wrong thing. Unblock me, please. Alright, so these were some of your messages, Aries, and if these were resonating with your storyline, let's start this reading. But first I'm going to take an angel blessing card, and this one is going to be for the viewer. This could be you, Aries, could be the person you're dealing with. That person could be here checking on your energy, right? So here's a blessing, guidance, advice, or a message for the viewer. And this card here says, practice makes perfect. Well, you can learn from your mistakes. Practice makes perfect. All right, so now Spirit, tell me what's happening here between Aries and the person that they're dealing with. And yes, it can be your love interest, could be just maybe your relative or a friend or something as well. So let the first line is what I'm going to check on first, and then we'll move to the second line, which would be either you or your person. All right, Spirit, tell me what's the Queen of Wands here? What's the Queen of Wands? What do they want to say? Yeah, person A says I need to do right for myself. I need to feel that I'm being treated right, or I want justice in my life. And if somebody is not going to give me what I deserve, then well, I'm not going to give them a second chance. Somebody here is treating themselves well, from what I can see, because they feel that the other person is maybe creating some kind of imbalance or some kind of confusion, or treating them like an option, or not giving them their due. So I think this first person is saying enough is enough. I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I'm giving up on this. Something that seemed like a very stable foundation or a long-term foundation, person A says, I accept it's over. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Ten of Pentacles, yeah, there is a lot of sadness. There is a lot of sadness. There's a lot of regret for maybe the energy, time, money, whatever this person has invested into this connection. They are feeling sad, but I think they are choosing themselves first now, from what I feel. It's almost like, yeah, to return back Omkaratarot is like expecting again a lot of stress and anxiety and sleepless nights. Maybe they feel their person broke their heart, or made promises they never kept, or was just being immature. All right, so person B, what about you? How are you feeling currently then? Seven of Cups in reverse. Seven of Cups. Oh, they want to get unstuck from the situation. They maybe chose wrong. Maybe they chose wrong. Now they're recognizing that the only cup of value was the one, I think, that they mistreated, or they played games with, or they tried to have some power struggle with. I mean, they know that they created some kind of a tower here. This person is recognizing that all that, stuff that they did, it's my way or the highway kind of a feeling, it eventually they became the loser. They feel everything backfired on them because of some harsh words spoken or some hurtful thing said. They know they need to now come back with an apology, but they do know that that person is probably given up on them, or is exhausted of them, is tired of them, is giving up on them, and has moved on. Yeah, it's not really, reaching out. It's like they've gone silent on me, they've moved on from me. So they are very embarrassed. They're quite ashamed of themselves because they feel they lost out on a beautiful, happy future. So, Six of Wands. Six of Wands, yes, this person is feeling rejected now. They're feeling rejected, they're feeling ashamed, they're feeling embarrassed. They feel they should have invested when the time was right, and now because of they didn't, well, now they've lost out on a beautiful partnership, a beautiful soulmate connection. All right, so mutual energy, Spirit. For the first person who is standing up for themselves, is quite confident of themselves, I feel. For them, I think the first person feels that the situation was never changing. It was a repeat of the same old cycle, and that's the reason where they decided to pull their energy back. They feel that the other person was being very immature, or inconsistent. There was no love here, or the love that was being offered was not accepted or dumped to the ground. So person A says, yeah, I was discontent in this connection. So I think they've accepted the ending, and I think they could be the ones who could be saying, I'm not going to have any more communication from now on, because I've accepted that things have ended between us. I think person A was very, very patient. They were quite patient, hoping that sooner or later, things would get better and things could, they didn't have to end or something like that. But at this time, I think they are now giving up on that hope. They're giving up on the hope of any balance or structure because they feel that person is very, very stubborn and very arrogant. So I think person A is the one who's choosing to not start any more communication because they feel betrayed. They feel they were carrying a lot of burden, a lot of load, which they don't want to carry anymore. If person A was the one who was giving a lot of love and affection, they're putting a lid on that cup of love, saying, I don't want to be in a connection which only gives me stress and tension and sleepless nights and, makes me feel unhappy. I think person A says, none of my emotional needs were met here. Person A could be healing themselves and shining pretty bright at this time, choosing themselves. All right, so person B, what about you? Since you are embarrassed and you're ashamed and you feel you made some wrong decisions, I think person B, they don't want this connection to end. They don't want this connection to end. They know that some maybe things went backwards instead of going forward. Maybe they feel if they could just pull out those swords which have been plunged into this connection now, they want to pull those out. Yeah, this person is now wanting to talk. They want to work on this connection. They want to clear the air. Maybe they are a little worried that the other person may be having strong boundaries up, may not want to talk to them anymore. They are feeling devastated. Yeah, they're feeling devastated that they lost out on a partnership. Now they are seeing the value and worth of the person who they disregarded, somebody who they can never replace. I think secretly person B does want to work on things, but they're feeling rather stuck at this time, dreading that they've lost out on the best connection of their life. So what's the justice then, Spirit? What's the justice? Overall energy for Aries reading. Somebody wants to make things right. Yeah, somebody is wanting to make things right. They want to talk. They are scared that the other person may move on. Yeah, I think they want to come forward with an apology. This person is afraid that the other person is going to stop waiting for them and choose another direction, and they're going to lose out on a big cup of love. That's the reason I think this person could be trying to approach the first person and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry, can we bring this back together? They're scared that the other person is going to turn their back on them after the disrespect that was shown. So who knows? The other person B, may be thinking of coming forward with an apology because they are fearing they're going to lose out on a great partnership. This could be a business relationship, partnership, could be a spouse, could be a relative, child, anyone. But one person here is saying, no more, I'm not going to take bullshit anymore, and I'm standing up for myself, and the other person is now petrified that they're going to lose out. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aries. Till next time then, love and light, take care, namaste.